Good morning, Way Fam from Boise, Idaho.
I'm Ashley, this is my husband Josh. Welcome to our channel.
We sold everything we had to travel the world, and now we want to share with you the way away.
So be sure to subscribe down below, give us a like, and hit that little bell to follow more of our adventures.
Let's go. All right, yesterday we stopped in Richland, Washington, and we drove over to Boise, Idaho. It was a gorgeous drive.
Yeah, about 5 hours, our first big leg on this trip. Yesterday, last night, we arrived at Boise and we are staying in the house of one of you Way fans.
Yeah, how amazing.
Yeah, it's been so incredible, and they had a whole Boise themed dinner ready for us when we got there. We had steak and Idaho potatoes. It
and
was
fish
amazing.
And beer, all from Boise in the Idaho area.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it, but today they scheduled for us a special little surprise that we're super stoked about.
Was hatched in Columbus, Ohio. So this is our deer falcon. His name is Maddox, and he is 17 years old now. In captivity, these guys usually live to be about 20-25 years old, so he's really excited to see us, I think.
So cute.
Look what I can do.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, normally they don't perform on command.
No,
It's good.
no, it's funny though. Anytime somebody comes up here, he's like, hi. You're welcome to go around that side too. Fortunately, they pulled him in and they started breeding them, and they bred really easily in human care. And so today we have almost 500 California condors in the United States.
How many now?
500.
Wow.
About
Still low.
it is still low, but it's the right trajectory. Sure. Yeah. And to reach full-grown size. Now these two condors are sitting on eggs right now. So far we've hatched out 9 eggs this season. Color dimorphism as well, like our American kestrels that we have here. They hate me, and I don't want to go. Oh frick!
That scared me. There's another one around the corner.
But these two birds are in their 50s.
Wow.
In their 50s.
Yeah, they're both 52 years old. Now she serves as an educational ambassador for tropical species. He's also like on our fingers isn't great for their feathers. Their feathers are like the most important thing to them. It keeps them warm. They keep them cool. They let them fly. Here's our peregrine falcon. He's been with us for 12 years. Their stomach actually has a pH of 0, which means it's 1,000 times more acidic than yours and mine, which means that she can consume carcasses that consist of Ebola or have leprosy or E. coli or any sort of really nasty bacteria or virus you can think of. Anthrax can be in a carcass and she can consume it and it doesn't make her sick. So she has the important job getting all that stuff out of our environment before it leaches into our waterways or into our livestock. It gets into an area where we could contract them. So without vultures, we'd all be in a lot of trouble. And so we're really, we try and encourage people to love vultures, because also the majority of vultures around our world are endangered. Turkey vultures are not an endangered species, but there are an awful lot of endangered vultures out there. And the Peregrine Fund is working in Africa, India, South America, and here in North America with our condors to save a lot of these vulture species. They do, but it's really invasive to find out that way. So it's just not worth it properly. Isn't he cute?
How old is he?
He is 43.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I love you, Mouse.
You're not even hungry, you're just playing.
You're not even hungry. You're just playing. His eyelids, he doesn't even have like anything on his eyelids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do want that. Oh, okay, thanks. Thanks for reminding me.
Man, no flavor.
Isn't that crazy?
Just suck it down. Just the tails there. Oh my gosh.
You feel like a chicken, kind of. Like a chicken.
Oh Oh my gosh.
What a special place.
This is the Peregrine Fund's headquarters, the World Center for Birds of Prey. And you probably don't know this about me, but I love like raptors, birds of prey. I think they're the coolest things like in the world.
Josh is pumped.
It was so awesome. Like, you wouldn't think that coming and looking at birds was that special, but we got to get up close with them too.
It was amazing. Yeah, like one of my favorite things was learning about the California condors. We lived in California, and so it's kind of cool to think of a bird that was close to us. There were only 20 pairs in the world, and now there's around 500.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Because of this place, because of conservation, they've been able to hatch all these little babies, put them out back into the wild, and it's just a cool thing to learn about.
But there is a secret bird that we cannot tell you what it is. We cannot show it on this video, but we got up close to it and we fed it, and it is the most beautiful bird in the world.
A giant. It's like one of 3 in the whole United States. That's
captured, I guess. But I thought this bird was mythical. I didn't actually think it was a real bird, and then she said the name of it, and I was like, wait, this is a real bird? I was freaking out. So I got to hand feed this bird, but they're debuting it on Monday, the Monday after this video comes out. So we're hoping that we can put that footage on our Facebook video.
I'll definitely put a photo on Instagram for you guys. So on Monday, check our Instagram. We'll link our Instagram right here. But it's incredible. And we got to feed it animal guts.
So cool. But it is freezing. We just saw a bunch of birds, and this is taking way too much time talking about birds. So let's go check out Boise. We've made it a point this year to spend time in North America, and we've spent a lot of time here in the Pacific Northwest. So after Seattle, Portland, Boise, Idaho is the 3rd largest metropolitan city in the Pacific Northwest. Boise is the capital of Idaho. It was founded in 1863 because it was the site originally of a fort that the Army had built to help stop some massacres happening of pioneers who were headed out west. It's funny because the name Boise is actually from the French meaning Boise. I think it's pronounced that right. It means wooded. So originally you'd come up over the mountain, see a giant wooded valley. So it's a beautiful place. We're gonna go check it out. Come along. Originally, the Idaho Territory was larger than the state of Texas, but it was split up, I think, in like 1866 or so, in a fairly controversial congressional decision to split up into Oregon, I think Washington State, Idaho, and Wyoming, Montana. It was huge, and they made it a bunch of other states in the 1860s.
We've heard that the Capitol building is beautiful inside, so we're gonna go check it out. Supposedly it was modeled after the one in Washington. Idaho is famous for its potatoes, this license plate. The Idaho famous potato license plate.
Wow.
On the garden level, they have this educational center where you can just go around and read about Idaho, which is really cool. And then through here is a gift shop. This alleyway is known as Freak Alley. It is an area where artists are commissioned to make these really cool pieces of artwork, or graffiti, some would call it. But I love graffiti, so we're gonna check it out. Just down the street from Freak Alley is the Basque Block. This is where a community of people from Basque, which is in northern Spain, have come and kind of grouped up, I guess. They've become a community here in Boise. They have a market, they have a museum, and weekly they have paella cooking classes. So if you like Spanish food, this would definitely be one of the more authentic places to come for it.
This building here was built in 1864. It is the oldest surviving brick building in all of Boise. I have to imagine this is the oldest building period because unless the wood structures were kept up, I don't know. Either way, very old house. In 1910, a Basque family took possession of the home and it became sort of a halfway house or a boarding house for the Basque peoples as they started to come here. They were shepherders, they were just passing through, and eventually one of the largest communities outside of Basque country gathered here in Boise, of all places.
Still to this day, they're doing their very best to keep the culture alive here in Boise. They have a community center where they do different dances, different classes for young children. It's really, really neat. We're gonna head into the market now and see what they have inside.
$42 for a bottle of wine? Probably pretty good.
Looks like in Vino Veritas.
All right, this wine is called Engia, means truth. What sort of wine is it?
It's a Tempranillo.
Tempranillo, and this is specific to the Basque region. It's almost like a Bordeaux, but lighter in flavor profile overall. It's super palatable.
I like sweet wines. yeah, I'm much more a sweet wine person. That's good. It is very, very smooth. The Basque market is so cool. We just walked in. They have a whole wall of wines from all around the world, but specifically an area where they have wine that's from the Basque country. We went in there, she said, "Is there anything you want to try?" And she just let us have a tasting of the different wines that they have from the Basque country. It was really good. I promise I only had 2 sips.
Okay, we are back at our WaveFam host's home here in Boise. It is gorgeous. Boise is wonderful.
Yeah, guys, it's so fun to meet people who watch our videos. Actually, this family that we were with, they are selling everything and going to Europe for a whole year, which is amazing. And it's so fun to hear all their plans, but also very cool to see what things that we've done that they're really looking forward to.
Because they were watching our videos going, that's how you do it, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And that's our goal, is to help encourage you to get out there and travel. You don't have to sell everything and go travel for a year like we did or like they're now doing.
Amazing.
But we want to make it accessible. Like, yeah, come to Boise. Come check out Boise. Come check out this next city 5 hours away. Or take a trip over to Europe for, $400 round trip plus, it's totally doable. You just got to give yourself the time and the budget and get yourself hyped up for it. Because if you don't do it, you're never going to do it. So you just got to do it.
And I love that this channel just allows us to meet awesome people like this family on the road. And we are going to meet up with so many other WaveFam people who watch our videos and who are excited about showing us their cities. So stay tuned for that. We are leaving for Salt Lake, and so that will be the next video that you guys see. I'm really excited about it. Mountains in Salt Lake.
What a fantastic start to the road trip.
Yeah.
We get to meet some WaveFam, see a really cool city.
Oh my gosh, I pet a freaking baby eagle today. I was telling
a baby
Josh,
owl.
Oh yeah, a baby owl. I was telling Josh, it's so crazy. Like, when I woke up this morning, I had no idea that we're going to do that.
Yeah.
And I love that.
And I saw what has to be my favorite bird in the world that I didn't actually know existed. I genuinely thought it was a mythical creature. So that's awesome. Just can't tell you what it is.
It's just been so cool. So, like, a hard day to beat in our other cities that we go to.
Well, we have a couple more days coming up. Actually, most of the trip to go still.
Yeah. We're traveling the whole month of March.
Stick with us for this road trip across the United States, West Coast to East Coast, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye from Boise.